What's going on, guys? TKD want to video, and today we got some great news from Naughty Dog pertaining to Uncharted 4 and its upcoming updates coming in the coming weeks. I just realized I said coming a lot right there, but beside the point, Naughty Dog dropped some great intel on us today ahead of PlayStation Experience here in a few days, and they revealed a brand new game mode to Uncharted 4 called Survival. Now, this game mode sounds exactly like what you would expect a game mode of this name to sound like. It is exactly how it sounds like. You'll be placed into a map with a bunch of waves of enemies coming at you, and at some point, you will become victorious through defeating these waves. And this mode can be played by yourself or with some friends. And just in case any of you guys are going to the actual PlayStation Experience, there will be booths there where you can play the new mode and have some fun at the event. And so basically, like I said, it is a wave-based mode where you'll be battling enemies, you'll be battling a bunch of different types of people, along with bosses as well. And this looks to be, really deep, and a very mode that they took a lot of thought into and a lot of time into as well, because there is a whole different set of progression throughout the game mode, a bunch of upgrades you can do onto your weapons or your equipment, stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that you can do within this game mode. It's not just a, regular horde mode where you just have enemies coming at you for a long time. This has some deep, enriching things into the actual game mode. So, reps up to Naughty Dog. That's pretty good. However, this isn't going to be an unlimited game mode. There will be 50 waves in one game, and every 10 waves you get met with a boss. Now let's get back to the actual enemies before we go on to the bosses, because the bosses are really cool, but we're gonna talk about that later, right? So talking about the enemies, right, they will be upgrading their weapons and equipment over time as the waves go on. So as you go out through the waves, obviously it will get harder in difficulty, and you'll also be able to play on this game mode throughout 10 different maps. So there's definitely a bunch of maps that you can play on, so that's always good. And I'm not sure if they meant by maps they mean the actual maps you see in multiplayer. I'm not sure about that, but it says that this game mode will have 10 maps, so maybe these maps are especially made for this game mode, something like that. I'm not even sure, but it kind of does sound like it will be original maps for this game mode. And so just like any other horde mode where it's in like a lot of games, you will be earning in-game cash to spend on unlocking different weapons, equipment, and upgrades for those various things. So you'll be doing that stuff, and along with that you can buy heavy weapons, long guns, mysticals, and all that stuff that you get in the multiplayer. You can buy it in this mode and use it. This mode also has specific boosters for this mode only, so you'll be able to do that and unlock those, along with a bunch of other things like relic challenges and loadouts as well, are exclusive to this game mode. And within the game mode, if you beat the entire thing on hard mode, which I guess there's going to be probably a easy, medium, and then hard mode, if you beat this whole thing in hard mode, you will be able to unlock crushing mode, which obviously is going to be something that's way more daunting, way more hard, way more difficult for players. So if you're looking for that challenge, definitely go into it, unlock it through hard mode, and have fun, I guess. Now let's talk about the coolest thing that I read about this mode. This is probably one of the coolest things I've heard in gaming, in a really really good way to tie in the story with all the elements of the game, right? So we are gonna go back to the bosses, right? The bosses, there are some that will be all new pirate warlords, and these will pop up every 10 rounds. And what these are actually these are the pirates that were the founders of Libertalia back in the story mode of Uncharted 4. So if you guys play the Uncharted 4 story mode, you guys know that Nathan and Sam were on their way to find this lost city, Libertalia, and figure out what happens, and where it's a treasure, all that good stuff of Uncharted 4 story. And the bosses are all the pirates that ganged up together and started the city. Like, these are the pirates that we talked about in the story mode, and that we went through, and you read about them throughout the story mode, and they will be battling us in this wave-based game mode. I think that is the coolest thing. I think that is one of the best ways to tie in a story mode to an external game mode, that's not really focused on the actual story of the main game. I think it's just a great way to utilize it, and I think it's a great concept. It's just great. And I said this game mode will be dropping in mid-December, so a great Christmas present, I guess, if you will, great holiday inclusion to the game coming out in December as well. And of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you are going to PlayStation Experience, you'll be able to play it at the booths and be able to get your hands on this game mode first dibs at PSX 2016. Now look, this is great, right? This is a cool addition to the game, right? But I am still sitting here waiting patiently for them to announce that single player DLC. And I still believe that even with this, being out and all this good stuff, I still believe that they will be dropping the single player DLC trailer at PSX 2016. I would be surprised if they don't, honestly, because that is the perfect place to do it. Perfect place, the gathering of us gamers in the PlayStation ecosystem, and I just don't understand why they would not do that. But I feel like, maybe actually in thinking, right now, actually, off the top of my head, I really do think that maybe they released this trailer just to get it out the way, and not to, distract from the conference, right? Because when they drop in that DLC trailer, they want that to be the ultimate buzz of the entire conference, period. Like they want that to be the thing that everyone walks away from that event, knowing and like remembering, for a long time. So maybe this is what they're doing here. Maybe this was intended to be, revealed at the event, but then they're like, nah, let's just, put it out now. Let's just say our things now. Let's pull the trailer now. Give some, other stuff and, things about this game mode right now. But save PSX for a single player DLC Uncharted 4. Hell yeah. But that is my time. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all the links down below. Also in the description, check out my PSN gamer tag, guys. If you guys want to play this game mode, I would love to play with you guys. Let me know. Drop me a friend request on PSN, and I'll definitely play it once it comes out, in mid-December. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.